3, 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, come take a ride.
Come take a ride.
Weirdest guy I know, but it's Wednesday night.
It's Wednesday night.
Now you didn't go.
Chris Geth Show.
Chris Geth Show.
Oh, Chris Geth Show. Chris Geth Show. All right, the Knicks, indeed. Thank you, Banana Man, making your mark early on this show. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chris Gethard Show. We're very happy to have you. I'm your host, Chris Gethard. We want to say hello to everybody watching on MNN, on your cable systems. We want to say hi to everybody watching on our stream at Ustream and at thechrisgethardshow.com. We've got a very special show for you guys tonight. We're happy that you're all here. We want to say thanks to everybody who showed up and is in the crowd tonight. You guys look wonderful tonight. I want to thank Mimi on the hula hoops. What is this? Is this week 4? Week 4? 4 weeks in a row where Mimi will be hula hooping for 1 hour straight. I want to say thanks to the LLC for playing us in. And we want to welcome our guests for the evening. Joining us again, Murph, a.k.a. the Reservoir Dog, is back in the building. We got the one and only Shannon O'Neill. Bethany up there in the back. Recently, he's emerged from the sea. He's exploring this world of men. The human fish. How are you, buddy?
Human fish,
What's he thinking?
human fish, human fish, human fish,
So
Mysterious.
human fish.
He does. Every week, a new dance. So, human fish, what's on your mind right now?
LA law versus martial law.
Wow. LA law versus martial law. Who wins?
Martial law.
Excited about that. All right, and last but not least, the lady of the hour. She joined us episode 2. She was just some voice on a phone. Called us up, said, "Why are you doing this?" We said, "Why don't you come and be a part of our show?" It's now episode 16, so that's 15 weeks that you have just shown up here. You are leaving us. You got a job in the Bay Area. You're heading to California. Ladies and gentlemen, for the final time, Random Gene. Random Gene, I think it might be fair to say that in our short history, you might be the heart and soul of the show. You might represent what's good about this show, just randomly showing up here. So I want to personally say thank you, and I'll miss you right at the top of the show.
I am going to miss you too, Chris.
All right,
Very
Random
much
Gene.
so.
Well, look at that. We had a very nice start. I'll try not to yell at you too much as I often do. Our call-in topic is Random Gene related tonight. We want to hear from you guys. Call us up. We want to hear about your job story. So that could be anything. That could be crazy bosses. That could be the worst job you ever had, the best job you ever had. But specifically, we want to hear about situations where you came close to getting what you would say is a dream job. You came close to getting a dream job and missed it. Because as we all know, if there's one thing we've learned about Random Gene over the past 15 weeks, it's that you had a traumatic experience where you almost got hired at Facebook and didn't.
Yes, very, very traumatic.
Don't even say that word.
I know.
You don't. You get uncomfortable when the word
I
Facebook
do,
is said.
actually. I first applied for Facebook in December, and I went through 2 interviews. I wasn't good enough to work at Palo Alto, California, my own country. So somehow, like, the European Facebook found my intern.
Weirdly xenophobic.
Yeah, and the European people found my resume in the database, and then I got interviewed by people in Dublin and London, and that was, I think, like 4 or 5 more interviews, and they called me Memorial Day weekend just to reject me.
And then you had a nervous breakdown.
Yeah, I had a nervous breakdown.
Sat in your house for an entire summer until you called our show.
until we called the show. And that was the first time I left my house.
Gene, do you have a Facebook account now?
No! Sorry. Sorry. No.
Don't talk about that. Evil
right.
social media site.
If that sounds familiar to you, if you've had an experience where you almost came close to having one of your dream jobs, call us up, let us know. And if you don't have that specifically, any job story will work. We're all about the jobs tonight. Also, we found out a couple hours ago. Okay, yeah.
why don't you give us a call?
Yeah. Speaking of jobs, a couple hours ago, R.I.P. Steve Jobs. Maybe inappropriate on the show. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it
So
sucks.
sad.
I know. You worked at Apple last year.
I know.
You had a
Very
good summer working at
Yeah,
Apple.
I had a really good
and
summer.
then a depressing summer that involved all of us.
Well, I mean, you guys weren't the depressing part. The life outside of the show is pretty
But
depressing.
you will always associate depression with us.
No, not really.
You will. I
Oh,
promise.
I associate it with Facebook, not you.
All right. Do we have any callers on the air yet? Do we have any callers on the line? Caller?
Hello?
Hello, you're on the show.
Hey, Chris, what's going on? This is Jesse. I'm usually down at the studio with you guys.
Hey, Jesse, how are you, man?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Pretty good. So what's on your mind?
I actually want to give a shout-out to my handsome man, Garrett Kemp, who's there.
All right, the handsome man will be joining us later. You guys are already getting shout-outs. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. Okay.
Yeah, we went to high school together, and we were in a band.
Okay. And he has moved on to a band he's here with tonight.
But, I'm sorry, what was that?
I said he's since moved on.
So, you got any job stories?
Random Jean ain't in the mood for bullshit tonight, people. You better come correct on that call, because we put her in the front row, and she ain't fucking around like she usually is. She ain't picking her shots. We give Random Jean the spotlight, she takes the spotlight. Unless we ask you to take the spotlight, at which point you wither in the spotlight, as we've learned over the past 15 weeks. So, Jesse, thank you for the call. Let's see, do we have another caller on the line? Caller, welcome to the show. Caller, are you there?
Hey, Chris.
Hey, who's this?
Yeah, it's Omar.
Hey, Omar, how's it going, man?
What's up?
Very good. How are you?
I'm good. What's on your mind? What do you want to talk about?
I just want to apologize that I couldn't make it down to the studio because I was working.
That's okay, Omar. You're allowed to miss once in a while. Omar, you've been, since our first show, you've been our most consistent audience member.
I gotta support you guys.
Always, and we appreciate that support. We're sorry that you're not here, Omar.
What's your fucking excuse, Omar?
I was
was
working
Shannon.
security.
Shannon's mad at you, Omar.
What's your fucking excuse, Omar?
He was working security.
Yeah.
Working security.
Working security. Oh,
On the phone, working
shit.
security.
Yeah, in New Jersey.
All right.
Somebody's
I
stealing
just
some
got home.
shit.
Now you're okay. So you're watching.
But I wanted to talk to you about one of my jobs.
Okay, we're listening.
Okay, many years ago, I was working at Sam Goody, and I got fired for calling the manager faggot because he made me work in the stockroom.
You shouldn't have done that, Omar. That's not a nice word.
Fine.
What was his sexual preference? Was he homosexual?
What?
Was he a homosexual man?
Was he a homosexual?
Yes, he was.
Twice as bad. Twice.
Omar, you committed a hate crime. That's a hate crime, Omar.
I apologize.
That's good.
I
That's
went
good.
back
You
to
learned.
the store, but then I punched this wall, and I almost broke my hand.
Omar, it sounds like you went out in a blaze of glory, man. Good on you for that, at least. At least you don't go quietly. All right, I'm going to say goodnight, Omar.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you for the call. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, I will see you next week.
All right,
I
so.
got a random job story.
Okay, I'm listening, Bethany.
All right. When I moved here, I wanted to do good, positive work, positive deeds.
Okay.
And so I searched like good jobs, like charitable jobs. And I got a job. So I read this thing about like helping children and doing all sorts of like good stuff. And I was like, that's what I want to do. So I showed up and it was for Children's International and they tricked me.
What do you
And
mean?
they hired me on the spot to go out and try and get people to donate money for Children's International.
What's Children's International?
Clipboard holder of people that when
Clipboard,
you're on the
like you
sidewalk.
donate like $30 a month for this or that, and they were like, "You're perfect for this job," and I thought I was gonna do something really positive, but all it was beg for money.
I hope you learned your lesson about trying to be nice to other people.
I cried so much.
Yeah, welcome to New York City. All right, we're not just here tonight to celebrate Random Gene. We are here tonight to replace Random Gene. This show must always have a random human being, someone we don't know, on the panel with us. There always must be a seat open for randoms. And since Random Gene was here for 15 weeks, we've said we're going to find somebody new who will stay for the next 15 weeks. So Random Gene, how does it feel to know that you will be sitting here as we interview the people who want to replace you in our hearts?
It's kind of weird, but it has to be done.
It has
right?
to be done.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can see that for the good of the show, that's the case. So here's how it's going to work. We got a number of people who emailed throughout the week, said they want to be the new random. They showed up tonight. Our producer, head writer Noah, just put them in random order. They're going to come up. They're going to give a little bit of a presentation of some sort. It's totally up to them why they think they should be the new random. Then they're going to sit in Random Gene's seat, test it out until we bring up the next person down the show. So ladies and gentlemen, our first applicant to be the new random. I'm super excited. Random Dan. Welcome, Random Dan.
Who's gonna be the new random Dan?
So just so everybody up here knows how it works, Random Dan's going to go for about 90 seconds or so on his presentation. Then we can ask him a couple questions while he takes a seat, and then we'll take some calls. Show will proceed as usual. So welcome, Random Dan.
How's it going, Chris?
Good.
I was gonna prepare a speech, and then I just thought, for the spirit of randomness, come in, say whatever I had to say.
All right.
I'm a huge fan of the show. While it was here, I've gone to the show at the old place. I don't know if it helps my cause or not, but I got Finelli's script from Nana's birthday show.
All right. OG. An OG.
Not
Okay.
that that's creepy at all.
Okay.
Can I take the time to ask what's on the human's fish's mind?
Of course. Participate in the show. A great move.
The sands of time versus the flow of life.
Wow. Sands of time versus flow of life. Do you want to ask him who wins? Do the honors, Random Dan.
Who wins human fish?
Neither.
Wow. Oh! Wow. The human fish just
Wow.
got philosophical. Wow.
I
We
was
ju-
like, I don't know. That
we-
might be a sign. He wouldn't. He like did not have an answer, and fucking this guy.
I kind of think what we just learned. There is no time in the sea.
Oh, that too.
Time doesn't apply underwater. I don't know. All right. So, Random Dan, the floor is still yours. Anything else you want to get out?
Stuff like that is just why I love this show.
All right. So you're a fan of the show. You know how it works. You've demonstrated that. Random Dan, ladies and gentlemen, why don't you grab a seat, Random Dan? So, Random Dan, you'll be up here in the seat helping us take calls and stuff until we bring up our next random applicant. So, welcome. With that being said, let's go back to the phones. Do we have a caller on the line? Welcome to the show.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air. How are you?
I'm good, kind of. How are you?
I'm good. Well, that was an intriguing answer. What's up?
Well, I've tuned in, and you guys are talking about jobs, and I had the shittiest day of work in my life, and I'm like, you know what? What better than to rant at a bunch of strangers about how much I hate my fucking job?
So today this happened.
Okay. Well, I work at a school. I'm a teacher's aide because I can't pass the fucking teacher's test in Massachusetts.
Okay, I like that.
That potty mouth.
Yeah, I love your fucking potty mouth.
It's a really
teacher's
hard
aide.
test. It's the hardest one in America. But they asked me 2 weeks before the school year started, would you be interested in making some extra money and working in the special ed room? I said sure because I was like, okay, cool, an extra 50 cents an hour. And I didn't realize that they were like 11 years old and were still in diapers. I change 11-year-old kids' diapers for $12.50 an hour. Wow. I get bit in the head for $12.50 an hour.
You didn't call them faggots, did you?
For $12.50 an hour, and I fucking hate it.
Wow. Well, I mean, it sounds like you're doing something really nice.
You know what? I don't even care anymore. Honestly, I used to tell myself
Hey, I got an
like,
idea.
I'm a good person at least, but I don't even fucking care. I come home and drink.
You come home and drink after teaching all day?
What is your name?
Kristen.
Kristen, I think the job you got is the job Bethany's looking for.
Yeah. Look at that.
What if you and Bethany switch lives?
It makes me so mad. Like, I went to school to be a teacher. I'm an okay teacher. I've taught before in private schools. Like, I like children. Like, I love children. I can't do this, and it's making me so mad that I have anxiety. I have to be up in 4 hours to get ready for work, and I'm up, like,
You're
watching
drinking
this
and
because
watching
I
our
can't
show on the internet.
I can't even deal with it.
Wow. Well, I'm glad that our show has become the focal point of what's clearly some sort of breakdown tonight.
When you see on the news that some girl threw her computer out the window, you'll know it's me.
Okay. Well, thank you. Anything else you want to get off your chest while we have you here?
If I just want to say, Random Gene, I think you're the bomb. And if it's one thing you can learn from me, it's that sometimes you get that dream job that you think is going to be awesome, and it doesn't end up panning out. So don't feel so bad.
Look at that, Random Gene. Look at that, Random Gene.
Kristen, I think you're really cool. I do.
A girl whose hands smell like shit.
You know, one day
Drinks herself to
you're gonna
sleep.
pass that test and you're gonna be teaching normal kids.
Not normal, Random Gene. Normal is not the correct. That is not PC.
But for 50 cents less an hour.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Minimum
okay word.
wage.
We call them speds.
Thank you for the call. We hope you can keep your chin up tomorrow at work, and you are doing a good thing, so stick with it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Yeah. So glad you gave us a call. Yeah.
So far we've had homophobic people. We've had someone mock her own special education students.
Yeah.
Weird night of calls, but good calls.
Yeah.
Oh, just so everybody knows how this works. The way it's going to work, you're going to meet all of our random contestants. Then you can go to thechrisgethertshow.com, vote for who you think should be the new random. Your vote counts. So make sure you get to the website. You'll meet all the randoms. You'll be able to vote on who yours is. There's a blog post up there already that lets them know. So
I already know which one I hate the most.
Okay, fair. You've met them all up there.
It's creeping me out. It's creeping me out over
another
there.
random? What do you think? Okay, Random Dan, thank you for your time up here. Random Dan, a great job. Pleasure to have you. I hope it works out. In the meantime, let's welcome Random Andrew. Ladies and gentlemen.
Who's gonna be the new random?
All right.
You gonna be the new random Andrew.
All right, so Random Andrew, the floor is yours.
Okay, cool. I have 90 seconds. I have a dramatic reading, and I need someone from the panel actually to read the other part. Chris or Gene?
Gene will always. You invite Gene to do something.
This I prepared
let's see if she knows how to
a
read.
reading from The Full House, starring Dave Coulier.
Okay.
And you're gonna play Uncle Jesse if that's okay. I'm gonna play Michelle.
Okay.
All right. This scene it features Uncle Jesse, John Stamos, and Michelle Tanner, Ashley Olsen, saying goodbye to one another after Jesse decides he's moving out of the Full House with his wife, Becky.
You got Bethany's endorsement.
I figured, I'm an actor, so I should show versatile acting, thus the part of Michelle Tanner.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the scene. Michelle is sitting on her bed, and after just hearing the news, and Jesse walks towards her. I'm going to warn you, there's a kiss, but it's on the nose. Are you comfortable with this?
Cool, yeah.
Random Jean's nose is inside her mouth.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, you have the first line.
Time for one of our world famous talks, man to munchkin.
Why are you leaving me?
It should be, why are you leaving me?
No, it's a dramatic reading of the role.
Wow, they're fighting. The old versus the new.
I mean, if you want me to read it more, if it works for your character development. Okay.
Darling, I'm not leaving you. It's just that I'm married now and I have to go live with my wife. It's kind of a tradition.
And then the audience laughed, so everybody laugh. Great. That's what happens on the show.
I'll be over here all the time. I promise. I'm just a 10-minute walk from here. 2 minutes by car. 3 seconds by jet.
And the audience laughs. Are you still going to sing me the teddy bear song?
No, not every night. But your daddy and Joey will sing. They can't sing. No, I'll tape it for you.
Is that it? That's 90 seconds. Oh, well over 90
I
seconds.
acted my best.
Random Andrew, thank you for the reading. Great job. Let's go ahead. You can take your seat. Help us take some calls. Let's do it. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Good to go? All right. We're very excited to welcome our musical guests tonight. These guys rock out. You can see them October 15th. If you're in New York, they're going to be playing Arlene's Grocery. Later that night in New Jersey, they'll be at the Stanhope House, right? Is that the order of events? The opposite. Jersey first, New York second. That makes way more sense. You end the night in New York, right?
At 11 o'clock.
All right, let's do it. Everybody get up and dance. We're very excited to welcome the Handsome Men.
Down somewhere past the row of houses.
Not a private beach, not quite a reservoir. Though it's not off limits, still we can't get
a few of us from the city came looking for it, stumbling through backyards. We might have toppled a fence or two. We left a trail of modern art.
warmer, warmer, we're getting warmer. Warmer, warmer, we're getting warmer. Going back in time is probably not an option. We aren't there yet, no point in stopping. This shit is risk, reward. So let's just risk some more. I'm peeling layers of skin off at this rate. This face is in mine and still I'm starting to hate it. So where's the fucking lake, man? Where's the fucking lake? Where's the fucking lake?
I figure you were into this sort of thing. My crystal ball joints, my hair starts to spin, so I pinch myself.
Warmer, warmer, we're getting warmer. Warmer, warmer, I think we're almost there.
Awesome. So many people clad in tinfoil got down to that. Amazing, amazing job. We'll hear more from the Handsome Man later in the show. In the meantime, Andrew, Random Andrew.
I already got a death threat.
Well, you got a lot of supporters. You did start. You started a Twitter campaign earlier in the week. Andrew for Random.
If you click on Andrew for Random, you'll see a lot
Yes,
of
but someone did say, can someone please suffocate Random Andrew?
So how am I
That was my brother who said that.
Your brother?
My brother
That's not
wants someone to suffocate
Tell
you.
him, don't.
Does he hate Full House?
I don't know. My brother has some serious issues with Random Andrew. I don't know what that is, what that means, how that'll affect your race.
Wow. All right.
But you're already a divisive candidate. All right, let's go to the phones. You are on the phone. Welcome to the Geth Show. How can we help you tonight?
Hey, how's it going?
Who's this?
Yeah, I actually, one time, I'm getting feedback, but one time I actually faked a motorcycle accident to get out of work.
You faked a motorcycle accident to get out of work?
Faked a, yeah, it was New Year's Eve, and it was like, I was totally wasted at a party, and it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, there's no way that I'm going to work tomorrow. And so I gave the phone to my buddy Chris, and I had him call my boss's cell phone, and he was just like, oh, dude, my friend got in an accident. He needed me to call you. And it was like, He was retarded.
But wait, when you went to work, did you have to give yourself like scabs and bruises and shit?
No, I never went back again.
You never. So they think you're dead. That
Yeah,
boss
no,
thinks you might be dead.
My boss kept calling my house for weeks. So I told my brother and sister, like, if he ever calls, like, if a dude with a Hispanic accent ever calls, like, tell him I'm at physical therapy. So, like, every time he called for months.
So any time a Hispanic person calls your house now, there's like a twinge of panic in your siblings.
Yeah.
Why not just quit?
Yeah.
Yeah, why
quit this job?
Well, he was a very nice guy, so I didn't want to, like, let him down.
So let him suffer and wonder.
So rather than break his heart, you chose to let him think you might be in serious physical harm.
Yes.
Okay.
And then he actually got me on the phone once, like, months later. And he was just like, "Oh, Dan, how are you?" And I was just like, "Oh, yeah, man, I'm all right. I'm, like, healing up, you know, but I'm going off to school now, so, like, I can't work."
Wow. All right, man. I mean, good story. Great job. That was a great call. Anything else you want to talk about?
Actually, I had a question for the human fish.
Okay. Question for the
human fish. Petrified Forrest or Forrest Whitaker?
Petrified Forrest versus Forrest Whitaker. Okay, human fish.
Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker can beat a whole petrified forest. He is a badass. He is a badass. Thank you so much for the call. Great call.
All right.
All right.
At least he had the decency not to commit insurance fraud.
I wonder what the last completely weird thing you're going to say on this show is. At like 11:58, I wonder what's going to come out of your mouth. Oh, shit! Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a bit. I never know when he's coming. My man and yours, Phil Jackson. Phil shows up, rocks the pub. Phil, I think tonight you're going to grab Bill's mic. As everybody knows, Phil has just been randomly writing poems for the show, and they are amazing, but he does not ever come on announce himself. Just wanders on set. Welcome, Phil. The floor is yours.
So, as y'all recently know, I recently started writing poetry. So, I had a random stream of consciousness while I was eating lunch this afternoon, and I got it down. So, if it's okay, I'll share it with y'all. Is that okay? Yeah.
Oh my God.
This won't be too long. Can you hold this for me right here? Yeah.
Snoopy, groupies, Slumdog Millionaire, rupees. Now that's random. Barack Obama or a llama in a play that's a drama, as an insomniac playing Mario Kart with Picasso and his art. Create a fresh start in a bar playing darts, shopping carts, quickie sex, quickie malt, quickie mart, quickie milk, broken hearts. Now that's a scat. Now that's random. Using too many commas. A daddy's baby's mama. A person in a coma from a car accident in a Toyota Corolla with a young actress fanning Dakota, driving from north to south states while running late for a date, making mixtapes, hot tracks, TJ Maxx, sending a fax for workers' comp from broke backs, mountains. You never bring any fish home. R.I.P. NFL tackles and sacks. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. More scat. Eating ribs, clearance racks, Radio Shacks, cash, Pillsbury dough, stacks, stocks, NASDAQs, insurance, Aflacs, Ben, no insurance, heart attacks, artery plaque, the opposite of dope, whack, the opposite of dinner, snack. The opposite of peen, snatch, flick, flick, flick that bean. But don't drop it, catch. The opposite of ice, match, fire. The opposite of slack, tight, rope, wire. The opposite of Kobe, Shaq. The opposite of PC, Mac, R.I.P. Steve. Jobs, apple, mac with cheese, nuggets with honey bees, knees, trees, pollen, sneeze, cold winter Christmas wreaths, Keanu Reeves, children illiterate, can't read, Gwen Stefani, can't speak, can't breathe. Picking anything off the menu? Now that's a random selection. A coup d'etat for democracy. Now that's a random election. And finally, a building going up. That's a random erection. Time, travel, sandwiches, Gene.
Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. The poet. Now, I don't know about anyone else.
I think Random Jean should frame this and put this in her new
There you
apartment.
go. You got a poem. Random Jean. I feel like what I'm noticing with Phil's poems, I feel like what we're all starting to realize is like Phil is immensely talented. What the fuck is he wasting his talents on this show for? Right? Oh, look at this. Riley has sent us a picture of himself in his work uniform selling pizza. Thank you, Robot Riley. That's great. We got to move the show along. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special video for you. The human fish, he discovered us and he's kind of explored the world of men through us, but he's recently branched out. I'm very happy to air this video. The human fish recently, I believe, explored public transportation. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and see how that went. The human fish explores public transportation.
Skyscrapers versus Sky Mall magazine. Carjackers versus lowriders.
Who wins?
Lowriders.
What are you doing with those? What are you doing with those? Are you going to go in the water? Oh, okay. The beach is just over there. That means the sign means no going.
That's his home.
No answer?
Sky Mall.
human fish out there in the world, and we'll see more of that. Human fish, I hope you enjoyed your time exploring New York City. All right. Random Andrew, I want to thank you for your time on the panel. Great job. You can vote for a Random Andrew. TheChrisGethardShow.com if you want to vote for Random Andrew to be our next random. Thank you for everything. In the meantime, is Random Christie in the house? Random Christie.
Who's gonna?
Random Christie. Welcome to the show.
Who's gonna be the new random? Are you gonna? Are you gonna? Are you gonna be the random Christie?
All right, so Christie, that's your mic. You can deliver your words straight to that camera. Let us know why you should be the new random on the Chris Gethard Show.
I also have the flu right now, so I'm going to try not to puke.
Wow, I like that.
Yeah, dedication to the show. Dedication to the show. But my name is Christie Coffee, and that is not made up. That is my real name. I'm not an enthusiastic stripper. You may remember my name from placing second in the nation in an all-girls football league. Yeah, so I basically just moved out here. I'm going to tell you guys some stories because my stories are so whack that you'll probably end up feeling so much better about your lives if you guys put me on this panel, and it'll be a lot better for you, trust me.
Okay.
But I just moved out here from Las Vegas, and it's cool to be in a city where your most famous celebrity is not Guy Fieri. In Vegas we have Guy Fieri and Crack Horse. But I'm really excited to be in New York because out here we have Matthew Broderick and Crack Horse. But I've had some really horrible dating experiences since I moved out here, pretty much involving guys fainting on me at a party, and then a hot guy approached me to tell me I was standing in vomit. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And that's pretty much it. I have lots of stories. So.
Random Christie standing in vomit. Guys fainting. Wonderful. A badass. You came out guns blazing with that. So yeah, you can grab your seat. Welcome to the show, Random Christie. We're very happy to have you. Very happy to have you. Gene, we have an old friend of ours who's been on the show before. He wanted to send you off on your way. Ladies and gentlemen, Cypher Sounds from Hot 97. How are you, sir? Good to see you back. Good to see you, my friend.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
This is for you. Those are cupcakes. Share them.
Oh, of course.
These are balloons.
Oh, thank you so much, Cypher.
Keep those.
I will.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. All right, look at this.
Let these go a little high so we don't block fish.
Oh, yeah.
But here.
Yeah, let's, maybe we could have one of our producers hang on to these until the end. Or I could just hold them. Should I just hold them for the rest of the
The fish can hold them.
Just oh, yeah, let's have the fish hold them. There we go. So look at that, Cypher Sound. You have a new friend in Cypher Sounds. Now, Gene, before you met me, did you ever think one day I might be friends with one of the hosts of Hot 97's morning show?
I never think that.
Look at that. All right, let's go back to the phones. Caller, you're on the air. Welcome to the Chris Gethard Show.
Hi, Chris.
Hey,
it's
who's this?
Jackie. How are you?
Oh, Jackie, how's it going?
Okay, I wanted to call in and tell you about my horrible job experience.
Okay, I'm listening.
So it started off pretty, normal, terrible boss stuff. Like I'd schedule a meeting, and then he would claim he never got the invite. Stupid shit like that.
Okay.
Then it escalated to I had to be in the office at 8:30 every morning, and he wouldn't be there. So at 8:31, he would call to make sure I was there.
Okay.
Then it got even weirder, where when the few times he did come to the office, he would blast his iPod so that if I was on the phone with a customer or something, he'd make me hang up so he could listen to his music. And then it finally culminated with him asking me to smell his fingers. And that is how that ended.
What did his fingers smell like?
Interesting question. I didn't actually smell them. I just kind of imitated it, I guess, and then turned away. He's a huge dick, though, and I hope he does.
Yeah. I assume you quit right after that?
I did not. It's a terrible economy. But
wait, this is your
luckily,
current job?
I'm sorry?
Is this your current job?
No comment.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Oh, I don't like this.
Wow. Well, I'm really sorry that you had to go through that.
Yeah. I imagine he's going to get fired soon because now that we have other employees, other people see he's an asshole. He hasn't asked anyone else to smell his fingers yet, but it's only a matter of time.
All right. Well, I'm really sorry that happened to you. Anything else you want to talk about tonight?
I do want to say goodbye to Gene. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there to see you off.
Okay.
And I have a question for the human fish
question
after
for the
that
fish.
video. Subway transportation or Subway the restaurant?
Ooh, Subway transportation versus Subway the restaurant.
Subway the restaurant.
They got $5 footlongs. Gotta get that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll show you. You know, this show has so many people behind the scenes. Surprisingly enough, if you watch it, there's many people who work really hard to make this show happen. One of the guys who doesn't get enough credit is our friend Rich. Rich, we want to welcome you to the show, your first ever on-air appearance. How are you? So I think we're going to have you over here at this same mic. Now, Rich, you host the longest-running call-in show in New York.
In New York, that's DVTV Live, going into our 17th year.
Wow.
Starting tomorrow night, 10:30 on Channel 67. Is that the same channel?
I think we're on Channel 67 as well.
I think we're on the same channel, too.
All right.
So, great.
Everybody check out Rich's show, and I've been told I should ask you about your eyewear.
Well, if your eyes look like mine do right now, you'd be wearing glasses, too. So.
Okay.
I've got a mild titter. But yeah, been running the longest running call-in show. I'm sure we share some of the callers because I get plenty of crank callers.
Okay, as do we.
Not that I recognize anybody's voice, but I don't recognize anybody's voice on the air. But even your crank callers can call in. I encourage everybody to call in tomorrow night, 10:30 on Channel 67.
All right.
And that's how we do the show, live, and just like this show, live.
All right.
We can take phone calls.
Tomorrow, 10:30. Everybody check it out. Call in. Support our man, Rich. So, Rich, having done a call-in show for 17 years, is ours just like a big pile of shit in your eyes?
Oh, no. I'm real impressed with this show. This is highly organized. It may seem like it's totally spontaneous, but and in many ways it is, but it is highly organized. Now, I'm impressed with that. And that's the only reason this show happens.
Okay.
Because you guys are prepared, so.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you. Cool.
Yes, and I'm very pleased to be on Random Gene's, well, not pleased to be, but pleased to be on the show that's going to be your last one.
Okay.
I'm not pleased that's your last show, but I'm not speaking.
You're welcome.
It's been a long day at this station.
You're
okay?
welcome.
All right.
And actually, I left something on the roof. I've got to go. I'll see you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rich, okay. Random Christie, they're telling me to say thank you for your time on the panel. We might see you again soon. If you want to vote for Random Christie, thechrisgethertshow.com. In the blog section, you'll see the first section is a poll where you can vote. We've got to go ahead and welcome our final potential random for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, Random George. Well, this is the most fucked up thing I've ever seen. Who is this guy? Oh, flowers for Random Gene, a card for Shannon, Random George. I will say this. This is not a joke at all. In organizing this, Random George was very, very vague and mysterious about everything in his emails. And I'm not saying that to help him set up whatever this is. He has been this mysterious the entire time. So Random George and Helper, welcome to the show.
Why is the corner of this wet?
Because he probably, from the flowers, kind of wet.
Don't defend him.
Okay, so in 90 seconds, Random George and friend, the floor is yours.
Kalispera.
Good afternoon. He has presents for everybody.
He's got presents for Random Gene who's leaving.
Oh, Yasu!
Yes, that's what
Johnny, is he speaking Greek? All right, Johnny Woe has verified he's speaking Greek. What's going on? Gifts for everybody. So Johnny.
For everybody.
So his name is probably George.
Oh,
Okay, a mask for Random Gene. Random George comes in a mask speaking Greek.
I'd like to know who you are.
Murph.
Jag känner
This is all for you.
Idiko, jag känner.
Especially for you.
I thought it was a bottle of pills.
Jag till Shannons.
Shannon,
You are a very beautiful woman.
Wow. Random George, awfully nice.
And the most beautiful woman here.
Wow.
Wow, the most beautiful one.
Wow.
Wow.
Random George.
Okay. I think the only reason he came here is to get laid. Can we all agree on that?
For everybody.
Oh, these chocolate coins.
Yo, Lusas.
For everybody.
Oh,
This is one of the strangest things that's ever happened to me. And that's saying so much. Wait, whatever that is, don't throw it. Don't throw that.
Too messy.
We can't make a mess, Random George. I'm sorry. We've gotten in trouble before. That's time. That's 90 seconds. Please don't make a mess. Please, you can take your seat. Your seat's right here, Random George. Wow.
He would like to dance.
You would like to dance, okay. Well, we're going to, if you can explain him, we're going to move on with the show. He's welcome to dance as long as he pleases. I do like your Ed Hardy tiger underwear, though. Random George, very strange, very fascinating. An amazing strategy.
Whoa. Disgusting strategy.
Fascinating. Let's go back to the phones. Caller. Caller, you're on the air. Welcome to the show.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, Chris, this is Dennis.
Dennis, I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
A little bit better. I think it might be on our end if we could turn it up a little bit.
All right. Hello? Well, Chris, I wanted to ask you how you're feeling tonight.
How am I feeling tonight? I'm feeling good. Why?
Okay, good. So I used to work at a swimming pool at my school, and then one of the professors from the school died in the pool, so I stopped working there.
So how, the guy drowned?
No, he had a heart attack in the water, so it's nothing that like
On
any of
your
the
watch?
lifeguards could have done. But he just died. So then I was always worried that someone was going to die when I was working, so I just stopped working there.
So he wasn't working while you were there. I mean, he didn't.
No,
die while
I
you were
wasn't
there.
working when he died.
Wow, that's horrible.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I was afraid that someone was going to die in my shift, and I thought that would like be really weird for me. So I just stopped working there.
Wow. So the immense paranoia of an impending death made you quit your job at a pool.
Yeah, definitely, totally.
So what do you do now?
Now I work at a T-shirt store. I'm still a student, so I can't like get a real job. But no one's going to die there, I hope.
Yeah, if someone dies in your T-shirt store, that's a bad day. All right. Well, anything else on your mind?
Yeah, I wanted to ask, what's on the human fish's mind?
Okay, what's on the human fish's mind?
Puffed air versus creamed air.
Puffed air versus creamed air. Who wins?
Creamed air.
Creamed air. I'm going to go ahead and say I don't know what that is.
What is
creamed? Anybody? Creamed air?
Puffed air?
But creamed air?
He has no idea.
Random George doesn't know either. George! Random George is pulling something out of his underwear. Random George is pulling a banana out of his underwear. Random George making a mark. Wow.
I have to say, I actually thought that was your penis.
All right, let's go back to the phones. Caller, you're on the air. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Chris.
Hey, who's
Hi,
this?
Jean. I want to say goodbye to Jean. I really am going to miss her.
Okay, who's this?
My name's Holly.
Okay, Holly. Well, what do you want to talk about tonight?
Well, I wanted to. I really wanted to comment on that one caller that worked with the special ed kids. I really do think she needs to find another line of work. That's, it's really disappointing that she's so unhappy with her job, and it would be good to move on with that. I thought I had a bad day at work, and then I heard the story, and I was like, oh, well, maybe I should be counting my blessings.
Wow.
So, but anyway, I want to say that you guys are really, I'm a huge fan. I think I'm your second fan. I guess Walter's your first, but I'm definitely a big fan of you guys, and yeah, I really look forward to you every single week watching you. And I'm really going to miss Jean. I'd also like to know what is on the human fish's mind tonight.
Okay, what's on the human fish's mind? Holly, thank you for the call.
Geno's Philly cheesesteaks in Philadelphia versus 4 burgers in Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh, wow.
4 burgers in Boston, Massachusetts.
4 burgers in Boston, Massachusetts. All right, ladies and gentlemen, remember October 15th, if you're in New Jersey, go see them at the Stanhope House. Later that night, if you're in New York, see them at Arlene's Grocery. In the meantime, let's welcome back to the stage the Handsome Men!
Don't you worry. My mind every day. If you're thinking, please don't do it out loud. The lazy just dream and it pulls at my seams till that poison helps me slow it back down. But I don't believe that I will ever see that road that you paved in my name. Mister, we're in a tight spot. Carving your bed, all the lovers that said I'll be here when you're feeling afraid. The life that you led, well, it's not over yet. Think of all the friends you can't blame. It never seems that life is but a dream, but take care of yourself just the same. Mister, this is bad. Don't you worry a bit about me now. I'll find my way out. Don't you worry a bit about me now. I'll find my way out. Don't you worry a bit about me now. I'll find my way out. Don't you worry a bit about me now. I'll find my way. Turns away as the moon silver made the sun. I can't stop spinning again. Any day now we'll all meet the ground, and I'll stop playing their stupid games. Don't you worry a bit about me now. I'll find my way. I know this isn't hopeless, so focus, baby, focus. 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 Focus,
The crowd, you had the crowd jumping the handsome men. Check them out, October 15th. Something I have to address before we move on. Random George, there's a rumor on Twitter right now, and I have to ask, are you the show's enemy, Joe from Queens?
No.
There's a rumor that you're Joe from Queens.
Ένα λεπτό, σε παρακαλώ να το ανοίξω αυτό και μετά θα τα πούμε όλο ό,τι θες.
So he knows
Give him 1
English.
second so he can open this packaging.
But he knows
Okay, we'll
English
figure it
because
out
he
later.
understood you.
He did, okay.
Actually, I translated it.
You didn't say it that fast.
Oh, I did.
No.
It's actually the difference
Oh,
of
see,
words
he's being
between
gross
Greek.
like Joe from Queens.
Okay.
The way he says my name.
We might have a hidden Joe from Queens on our hands. Now, Gene, I'm going to say my goodbye. I want to thank you again for being part of the show. I do want to say, I know Facebook fucked you up, but if you say that this show helped you, if there's any help it can really give you, I would say, don't let it rattle you so hard next time. It's going to happen over and over and over again. No, on my end, my dream job, I got hired as a guest writer for SNL at 2 weeks, and then they didn't hire me, and it fucked me up. But I took it as a challenge to get more creative, you know what I mean? Had a sitcom last year. It got canceled really hard. Took it as a challenge. Just get more creative. Don't lay down, you know what I mean? One thing I saw on your Tumblr, which was really nice, you put all this nice stuff on your Tumblr, but you were like, I'm going to close myself off now, not open myself up for that. Fuck that, you know what I mean? Like, we're losers. We lose. All of us are losers, but we lose well, you know what I mean? So don't try to not lose anymore. Just lose more gracefully. Be a loser.
Lose well.
We are. We're losers, but we lose big. And we wanted to give you this, a mini version of our banner. We're going to have everybody else sign it who didn't get a chance to sign it. So that's for you to hang up wherever you're going to go and live now. I have no idea.
San Francisco.
All right. And when you come back, I know you're going to come back and visit us on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the future stuff like that. When you come back, you are just Gene. You are no longer Random Gene. Just Gene. All right. That's it. All right. So I'm being told we got to say our good nights. Random Gene, we'll miss you. We'll love you. Anybody else? Any parting words?
Lose well.
Να είσαι πάντα ευτυχισμένη.
Always be happy, Random Gene.
Είσαι όμορφη,
You're
θα βρεις
beautiful.
αυτόν που θα σε αγαπήσει
You'll
για
find
την
someone
κοπέλα
to
που
love you
είσαι.
for the woman that you are.
Πάντα να ζήσεις. Όλοι σας.
Random George is fucking weird, man. Ladies and gentlemen, go to thechrisgethertshow.com. Vote for the random. Who do you want to be the new random? We want to thank Random Dan, Random Andrew, Random Christie, Random George, Random Gene, everybody on the panel, everyone tonight. The handsome men. We love you guys. We'll see you next week. Have a great night.
The next thing we know, you're doing splits and singing Billy Joel. You're Random Gene and you're our random queen. We know you like England and trust funds and brunch. We know that you wanna give Facebook a punch. You're Random Gene and you're our random queen. You're Random Gene, yeah, Random Gene. You ended up on a TV screen. Random Gene, yeah, Random Gene. You liked the movie Submarine. Goodbye, Random Gene.
This is a fun one, right? I like that guy. You don't like that guy. Still going. Live stream? All right, goodbye to everybody on our live stream. We love you guys. Thanks for sticking with it. Thanks for watching it. Let people know we're out there. Really appreciate everybody checking it out. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week. Have a good one. that type of
Hi, my name is Jean. I wanted to know, what's the point of this show? I just turned it on.
That's a great question, Jean. Now, Jean, let me ask you this. Would you like to come hang out in the studio and be on TV for the rest of the show with us?
Yeah, sure. How long is the show for?
Whoa, I think she's here. This is Jean! All right, Jean, come on. Please, Jean, come on down.
I don't know what the point of the show is, but cool, I'm on public access.
Yeah, no, congrats on that.
I'm Bethany.
I'm
nice
Chris.
to meet you, Bethany. You're Chris, you're the star of the show.
Not star, host. What are you normally doing on Wednesdays from 11 p.m. to midnight?
Currently nothing.
Would you be interested in showing up here every week and being a permanent cast member on the show?
Yeah, sure. I have nothing better to do.
Jean, just join the show. Jean, you should be here every week. Okay. We'll always have you here to solicit your opinions and get updates on your life. How's that sound?
Sure.
So you are now a member of our show.
Cool.
Okay.
On a
Jean,
TV
you are a
show.
cast member on our show.
Nice.
Okay, we have another caller. Caller, how are you?
All right, it's me again. It's Walter.
Hey, Walter, what's up, buddy?
I just wanted to know, when are you guys